be a different story.
Katina Washington has never heard this song, and she really never wants to. It's about the shooting death of her son, Julian.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what really happened.
Washington was shot dead here at Rick's Cafe in Virginia Beach 2 years ago. What do you think happened to Julian Washington? Who shot him?
I know that I shot him.
You know that you shot him.
I had to.
This is John Arnold, also known as rapper Enzo Ferrari. Washington was with a group of about 10 friends that night when Arnold says he pulled up to Rick's to get some takeout. That night, did you know that Julian and his group were there?
No.
Did you go there with the intention of confronting Julian and his group?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't have gone there if I knew they were there. I would have gone to IHOP.
Bad blood between Washington's group and the entertainer was about to boil over. They had already faced off twice before in recent weeks at the oceanfront. Guns came out, but no violence.
I have been carrying a gun for over 10 years, legally.
Arnold's rap career was moving ahead. He had just come off a tour with Tech 9. He says that's how the beef really got started. Because of your entertainment career?
Yeah, right, exactly.
So you think it was jealousy was their motive?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jealousy and money.
Arnold says he had 3 times as much jewelry that night as what he wears in this interview.
Attempted robbery with over 20 racks on me.
2 very different versions tell what happened next. Arnold says Julian's group surrounded his car in the diner's parking lot.
Julian was on one side. That's where I shot. But the other guys were already behind me. One of the guys who had the gun was behind me. One of the guys who had a gun was in front of me.
Arnold says Julian Washington was not armed. Washington's mother says Julian was trying to be a peacemaker. Court records say Washington tried to get Arnold's gun by reaching into his car. In the struggle, Arnold fired his Glock 19 twice into Washington. Washington's friends then began beating up Arnold, who ended up with severe head injuries and neurological damage. Meanwhile, Washington lay dying in the parking lot from 2 gunshot wounds.
We rushed to the hospital. I looked at him. There's something you can tell, and then I just was holding on like, no, God, you can't take my baby from me.
Less than 3 days later, Washington's mother learned there was no reason for hope.
They pronounced him dead on the 7th because I had to pull the plug.
Meanwhile, in another hospital, Arnold was in a coma from the beating.
I spent 45 days in the ICU.
So Arnold actually played 2 potential roles, shooting defendant and beating victim, and there were 2 investigations.
Beat the murder and I made it out the mode.
But Arnold was never charged in Washington's death, claiming self-defense.
Homicide cops gave my bullets in my Glock bag.
2 of Julian Washington's friends were charged with beating Arnold, but neither was convicted. His career continues, but in the eyes of Katina Washington, at her son's expense.
Not in your lyrics. If that's how you have to deal with what you did, that's fine. But when someone didn't have a gun on you, you had a gun on him. Julian didn't have a gun.